Peace, peace, your brother Shemayala. Back at it again with another lesson, man. You know, all praises, glory, honor, and thanksgiving to Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushua. Alright. So yeah, man. What I want to get into is Hosea chapter 7, man. Hosea 7 verse 8. You know what I'm saying? Do a little breakdown on that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all be edified, man, and get the proper understanding on what this scripture is talking about, man. Because it ain't talking about no light-skinned Spaniard Puerto Ricans, man. Okay? What you got to understand is, man, Ephraim and the northern kingdom, they were under oppression, man. Okay? They were oppressed. Therefore, they were seeking aid and looking for the king of Assyria to plead for them on their behalf, man. Okay? This is what you got to understand. This is the proper context. If you're going to read Hosea chapter 7 at all, period, okay, you're going to have to put it in proper context. You got to understand the history and the situation that Ephraim and the northern kingdom was in, okay, during that time. So you get the proper understanding on Hosea chapter 7 verse 8. You know what I'm saying? So let's start from the top, man. What you really want to mainly focus on verses 4 to 8, man, of Hosea chapter 7. Because right there, those whole scriptures right there, that's basically a parable. That's a little mini parable right there, man. Okay? So let's start from the top, man. Let's read Hosea chapter 7, verse 1. It said, when I would have healed Israel, then the iniquity of Ephraim was discovered, and the wickedness of Samaria, for they commit falsehood, and the thief cometh in. Let's talk about the nation, man, of Assyria. And the troop of robbers spoileth without. Okay? Their wickedness, man, their iniquity of Ephraim, what? With the idolatry, man. Which is why I get on you dudes about these superheroes, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole reason why we went into captivity. Serving other gods, man. Verse 2, and they consider not in their hearts that I remember all their wickedness. Now their own doings have beset them about. They are before my face. They make the king glad with their wickedness and the princes with their lies. Okay, this is where you gotta start to begin to focus, man. Alright, this verse 4 says, they are all adulterers, as an oven heated by the baker. See, this is where the parable starts, man. As an oven heated by the baker. Okay? Who's the baker? The baker is the king of Assyria. Okay? And I think also the king of Egypt. Because what? Ephraim went to both. They went to the king of Assyria and the king of Egypt. So they can be, so they could plead for them on their behalf, man. But what? Nah, they wasn't about to help Ephraim, man. What you got to understand is, it's a whole lot like what we going through here in this country, man. You know what I'm saying? We look for aid from the United States government, our leaders, congressmen and politicians, all of that. And what do they do every election year when they prop up some damn politician running for president? They make all these promises to the black community, and once they're in office, what do? Do they deliver their promises? No. So guess what? That's like what? They are all adulterers, as an oven heated by the baker. You all got heated up by the baker, man. You got your head gassed up thinking that they was gonna do something for you. Okay? And they did it. They ain't fulfill their promises. They ain't come through for none of y'all. While although the smart Negroes among the black community, they will help out. Why? Because they don't want him to revolt and lead an uprising, right? Like them slave rebellions back in the past. They don't want him or her to lead an uprising among their own people to come against the full government of the United States. So yeah, they will allow some of us to get into these prominent positions like celebrities and athletes and all of that. Okay, a few of us will be sprinkled about here and there within the government, you know what I'm saying? The intelligent ones of us. Only what? So that they can appease the anger of these people so that they don't lead a revolt. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, continuing on, it says, they are all adulterers as an oven heated by the baker. Y'all got heated up by the baker. The baker is the one that you going to so they can plead for you on your behalf of your situation because you were in dire straits. You need some aid. You need help. You oppressed. You in the ghetto. Okay, you need some financial assistance. You need a loan so you can start a business. You see what I'm saying? You got heated by the baker. Your expectations were set on high, and then what? What happened? They didn't come through. They didn't follow through. They did not fulfill the promises they made to you. As an oven heated by the baker, who ceaseth from raising after he hath kneaded the dough. So what these politicians and congressmen, they cease from raising the dough after they've kneaded it out. You ever bake some food, right? You get that oven heated up and prepared for whatever you about to put in that oven, right? But what happened with these people that Ephraim went to plead on their behalf? Okay, well, they told them, okay, we're going to do this for you. And what did they do? Did they follow through? No, they didn't. So that's how Ephraim was. They like the oven. They got heated up. They hearts set on high expectations by what was told to them by the king of Assyria at this time. Okay, which same thing today. Okay, they got their hearts heated up by the baker. But it say here what? Who ceaseth from raising after he had kneaded the dough until it be leavened. So after he done kneaded out the dough, after he done kneaded y'all out and told y'all what y'all want to hear, okay, he didn't come back to the damn dough so that he could put it in the oven and bake it. You see what I'm saying? The dough was like the promise he made. He's supposed to come through and fulfill that thing that he said he was going to do when he was running for president. Like look at Joe Biden, man. Look, all these politicians, they want the black vote. So what they going to do? They going to tell you what you want to hear. They going to kick that game in your ear. You know how like the brother, he holler at a female. Okay? He holler at a female. See if I'm still recording. Right? He tell her what he want to hear. Get her head all gas. Oh yeah, girl, I got this money. My ride is fly. Wait till I come to. I'm gonna pick you up in my ride. I got some rims on it. My shit right, girl. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? He gas her head up, man. Then the nigga lying. He ain't got none of that. Some of y'all did that before, y'all. Yeah, I know that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happened. It says, who ceaseth from raising after he had kneaded the dough until it be leavened. You know what I'm saying? They done told you what you wanted to hear. They trying to get the black vote. You know what I'm saying? But when you vote for them, they don't even do nothing for you. All right, check this out, man. This is let's go to Sirach chapter 8, man. Verse 19. Open not thine heart to every man. Right, don't tell every man what's on your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell certain people your goals and your wants and desires, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't open up to everybody. Why? Because it say what? Lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn, man. Right? They come to you and then what? They say they gonna fulfill a promise that they made to you, right? Because what? You have some sort of liking or desire for something. And they say, yeah, man. You say, like, for example, you want to start a business. Somebody you know that you favor wants to go in business with you. And they say, you know what, bro? I'm gonna go half on you. I'm gonna provide this money for you, so I can go half on it with you. Start the business up. Now you're looking for him to come through with the money that he said he was gonna come and bring to help you start the business. And then what? He don't show up. You calling him up. You like, hey, bro, what's up, man? You leaving messages. You know what I'm saying? He ain't calling you back. He just requited you with a shrewd turn, man. He set you up. He put your heart on high expectation. And then what? He did not follow through. He did not deliver. He set your heart up like an oven. Okay? He got you all hot and fired up. He got you excited. You see what I'm saying? Your heart you got it hyped up, man. Okay? Who ceaseth from raising after you kneaded the dough until it be leavened. In the day of our king, the princes have made him sick with bottles of wine. He stretched out his hand with scorners. Okay? Talking about the nations, man, that they went to for aid. Verse 6. For they have made ready their heart like an oven, man. You see? They made their hearts ready like an oven. They set their hearts up for high hopes, man. They had high hopes that these Assyrians was going to plead on their behalf. Okay? They have made ready their heart like an oven, whilst they lie in wait. Their baker sleepeth all the night. So you see, he just slumbering away, man. The baker, which is what? The king of Assyria that they went to plead for help, man. Okay? In the morning it burneth as a flaming fire. Why? Because they waiting on the promises that was being made by the king of Assyria, man. Okay? Let's get some precepts real quick, man. So you got to go back a little. Let's go to Hosea 5. Okay? Verse 13. It says, when Ephraim saw his sickness and Judah saw his wound, then went Ephraim to the Assyrian, you see, and sent to King Jareb, yet could he not heal you, nor cure you of your wound. You see that? That's the baker. They went to King Jareb, which is the king of Assyria, Pul King of Assyria, okay? They went to King of Assyria, and they was looking for him to plead on their behalf because of their grievous wound that they had, man. Which was being oppressed. That's all. Just like today. Y'all got a grievous wound in your black communities. Okay, you got the father in the house, the children running y'all crazy, the women are running the household. You see what I'm saying? Y'all in the ghettos. Y'all got these movements called Black Lives Matter, NFAC. Y'all doing all of this shit to try to plead, to try to get the nations to plead on y'all behalf, and they not delivering. They not coming through for y'all, man. Y'all seek to everybody to help y'all out except for the Most High, man. You want to run to and fro here and there, over across. You want to get damn United Nations involved. Remember one time, I think back when Obama was the president, they was having a situation in Chicago. I think governor or somebody wanted to get the UN involved because of all the damn crime, black on black crime that was going on there. But what? You don't want to go to the Most High? You want the UN to plead for you Negroes, but you don't want to go to the Most High. It says, when Ephraim saw his sickness and Judah saw his wound, then went Ephraim to the Assyrian and sent to King Jareb, yet could he not heal you nor cure you of your wounds. See, man? That's why the damn oven, that's why your oven, which is represented by your heart, your expectations was left and set, okay, to not be fulfilled. Okay? Matter of fact, let me go to Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30, man. Talking about some light-skinned Spaniard, Puerto Rican. Well, come on, man. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's talking about, man. Chapter 12. Jeremiah 30, verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. Check this out. Verse 13. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. Verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. Right. King of Assyria, the Egyptians, president, congressmen, politicians, even your black leaders, Al Sharpton, Reverend, whatever, Jesse Jackson, okay, your pastors, Creator Flow of Dollars, TD Snakes, all these people, man, all your lovers have forgotten you. There is what? What's it say, what? Verse 13, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not. See, ain't nobody coming to your aid, man. They could tell you everything that you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? They kick that game in your ear. They tell you what you want to hear. Get your heart all heated and hot like a damn oven. Right? So that cake that they kneaded out and doled out, you know what I'm saying, put the leaven in and all of that, which is they promises that they talking about they going to fulfill for you. Okay? What? They cease from raising it. Okay? After he done damn kneaded the damn dough out. Okay? And they just let it sit there and not do nothing with it. That's all they did. That's the promise. They made a promise. They let it sit there, and it basically went unfulfilled. It stayed there. Because you know, after you knead the dough, you let it sit out for a while so that the leaven can spread out through it. That's what they doing, man. That's all they doing. It's all a parable. Talking about how they not fulfilling the promises they made to you, man. That's it. Ain't got nothing to do with light and dark skinned Spaniard Puerto Ricans, man. Okay? Verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins will increase, man. Come on, man. Now you want to go to the nations and plead for help when the Most High put you in this damn situation. He put the wound, he laid that grievous wound on you, man. Put you in the captivity. He let the nations put you in the captivity and oppress you. So that you can get the understanding that the Most High is your only help. He's the only one you can go to and look to be pled for. Most High, the only one that's going to plead for you on your behalf. You can't go to no damn other nations, especially when the Most High used them to put you in the situation that you in already. So you niggas want to get guns and march? Oh, okay, cool. Do that, whatever. I don't care. You want to do the Black Lives Matter thing, whatever. When y'all gonna learn that the Most High is your only help? Hard-headed niggas, man. Okay? But you want to be equal with the nations. This goes to show you that there's no equality with the Most High and His people and the nations. Okay, it can't be no damn equality, because their power is all based and predicated upon you being oppressed. You staying in captivity so they could remain at the top, and your ass on the bottom. Okay? Go back to Hosea, man. Where was I? Hosea 7 verse 6. For they have made ready their heart like an oven. You see? Made ready their heart like an oven, with high expectations, whilst they lie in wait. Their baker sleepeth all the night. Right, the one you going to that is going to plead on your behalf, they sleeping all the damn night. They just taking a sweet time, you know what I'm saying, and fulfilling the promises. They keep putting you off. Oh yeah, we're going to do it next week. Next week come around. Oh yeah, man, I'm sorry, bro. You know, we're going to put it off for another month or two, you know what I'm saying. Come back to us when such and such happened, you know what I mean, after the blah, blah, blah. Come back 2 months later. They still keep coming with the excuses, man. Every election year, every cycle, they put up a president, a presidential candidate. Oh, we gonna do this for the black community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get y'all gonna get reparations. Come on, man. They just, listen, man. They just dangling a carrot in front of you, man. And you the rabbit. Or they dangling a piece of meat. And when you go jump out for it, they move it away from you. That's what they doing. They requiting you with a shrewd turn, man. They playing that bait and switch game with y'all, man. They baiting and switching y'all, man. And y'all fall for it, man. Y'all just some gullible people, man. I don't get it. When y'all gonna wise up? Whilst they lie in wait, their beggar sleepeth all the night. In the morning it burneth as a flaming fire. So your heart set on fire. Now you mad. Because they keep coming through with the promises that they say they're going to fulfill it and they don't do it. Verse 7, they are all hot as an oven. Okay? This is talking about Ephraim. They are all hot as an oven and have devoured their judges. All their kings are fallen. There is none among them that calleth unto me. You see? They have devoured their judges. All their kings are fallen. Why does it say that? Because you had a little period of regicide happen in Israel. Let's get there real quick. Okay. 2 Kings, man. 2 Kings chapter 15. I think around verse 19. Second Kings 15, start at verse 14. This is where you had a little period of regicide going on. This is why the kings are falling, man. It says, for Menahem, the son of Gadai, went up from Tirzah and came to Samaria and smote Shalom, the son of Jabash, in Samaria, and slew him and reigned in his stead. And the rest of the acts of Shalom and his conspiracy which he made, behold, they are written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel. Then Menahem smote Tifsa and all that were therein, and the coast thereof from Tirzah, because they opened not to him, therefore he smote it. And all the women therein that were with child he ripped up. Okay? So you had the king slaying kings, man. One slaying, the other ain't rising up and becoming king, taking over. You know what I'm saying? Verse 17, in the 9th and 13th year of Azariah, king of Judah, began Menahem, the son of Gadiah, to reign over Israel, and reigned 10 years in Samaria. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not all his days from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel sin. And Pul, check this out. This is the baker. Okay, this is the baker in the parable. This is King Jarad, okay? Which Jarad means to plead. Okay, it says, verse 19, and Pul, the king of Assyria, came against the land, and Menahem gave Pul 1,000 talents of silver, that his hand might be with him to confirm the kingdom in his hand. You see? So Menahem was he was making the people of Israel pay a tax so that he could take the money from his people and give it to the king of Assyria. Only on the opportunity that he would confirm the kingdom in his hand. Right? Meaning he would allow him to rule over his people as long as he kept paying that tribute. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? He ain't followed through. Because what? We read what? Let's go back to Hosea 5. Hosea chapter 5, man. Hosea chapter 5, verse 13. When Ephraim saw his sickness and Judah saw his wound, then went Ephraim to the Assyrian and sent to King Jareb. Yet could he not heal you nor cure you of your womb. So this king of Assyria, like what we see today, they ain't followed through on their promise. So you had Menahem paid his tribute that he extorted from the people of his own country, and paid that tribute and gave it to the king of Assyria. Only on the agreement that he would confirm the kingdom to him. But he ain't what? He said he did not heal you, nor cure you of your wound, huh? So what? What ended up happening? Ephraim was like a hot oven, right? Okay. Where was it? Where is it at? Okay. Hosea 7 verse 7. They are all hot as an oven and have devoured their judges. All the kings are fallen. There is none among them that calleth unto me. So they was going to the king of Assyria instead of calling unto the Most High. Okay. They were slaying each other, killing one another for that kingship. Right? Let's go back to it. 2 Kings 15. Verse 19. And Pul, the king of Assyria, came against the land, and Menahem gave Pul 1,000 talents of silver, that his hand might be with him, and to confirm the kingdom in his hand. Verse 20. And Menahem exacted the money of Israel, even of all the mighty men of wealth, of each man 50 shekels of silver, to give to the king of Assyria. So the king of Assyria turned back and stayed not there in the land. So you see, they turned back. After he got that money, he didn't win. See what I'm saying? Now check this out. And the rest of the acts of Menahem and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Menahem slept with his fathers, and Pekahiah, his son reigned in his stead. Okay? In the 5th year of Azariah, king of Judah, Pekahiah, the son of Menahem, began to reign over Israel and Samaria, and reigned 2 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel sin. But Pekah, the son of Remaliah, and a captain of his, conspired against him and smote him in Samaria. in the palace of the king's house with Argob and Arieh, and with him 50 men of the Gileadites, and he killed him and reigned in his room. You see? So you had this slaying of kings taking place, man. This regicide going on. This is why you read in Hosea, okay, chapter 7, verse 7. They are all hot as an oven, and have devoured their judges. All their kings are fallen. There is none among them that calleth unto me. So right before the Assyrian captivity, you had this period of regicide where they was killing one another, man. Okay? Killing and slaying each other. Okay, now to the infamous Hosea 7 verse 8. Ephraim hath mixed himself among the people. I already broke it down. Right? Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is the cake not turned. So what's this cake that wasn't turned? It's the cake that we was reading in the previous verses, man. From verse 4 to 7. Right? Back to verse 4. They are all adulterers as an oven heated by the baker, who ceaseth from raising after he had kneaded the dough, until it be leavened. So Ephraim is this cake not turned. So what ended up happening? They didn't get their promises fulfilled unto them by the king of Assyria. They went to the king of Assyria so that he could plead on their behalf, but what? They didn't bind up the wounds, man. Right? They didn't fulfill a promise. Okay. Hosea 11 and 8, 7 and 8. Ephraim also is like a silly dove without heart. Right, man. Y'all ain't got no courage. You got no dignity or loyalty toward the Most High. Why? Because it says here, they call to Egypt, they go to Assyria. You go on to every which way for help, for them to plead on your behalf, and what? They not coming through. They not following through on the promises they made. That's why you a cake not turned. The baker ceased from raising after he has kneaded the dough. After he done made the promises unto y'all, he didn't come back to the dough that he was going to prepare, that he prepared so that he could put it in the oven and bake it. Okay, the dough is the promises made. The oven is your heart, full and set on your high expectations that you're going to have somebody to be in your corner. But what happened? You didn't get your cake did not get turned. Your promises did not get fulfilled by the nations. You left undone. You left undone, man. Your hopes are not fulfilled. They didn't plead for you. And the Most High made it that way. So what? You can call out unto him, man. You could cry out unto the Most High so he can plead on your behalf. You are a cake not turned, man. Okay? It ain't talking about one side of the cake being cooked and the other side being undone. Okay? Well, if you got one side of the cake done, right? How is one side of the cake going to be done and not the other if you're putting it in the oven? Because when you put some dough in the oven, this is talking about cooking in the oven. It ain't talking about cooking on top of a stove. See, the parable's all messed up. See, not the parable, but y'all interpretation of the parable is messed up. You talking about a cake being cooked on a stove, like, for example, a pancake. But this ain't got nothing to do with it. Something being cooked on top of a stove. It's talking about something being put in the oven. You put something in the oven, the whole damn thing get cooked at the same time. Damn shame, man. Am I still recording? Most High Lord, I'm still recording. Okay. Gotta check, man. These devices are faulty, man. That's why I don't live stream. They cut off my damn live stream. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying something that's going to be edifying, and then they cut off the damn live stream, man. Anyway. You a cake not turned, man. You didn't get your promises fulfilled. The cake that they needed out, and they left out so that the leaven could spread out through it. They didn't come back. They like a baker that did not come back and take the dough and put it in the oven so it could get baked. They requited you with a shrewd turn, man. Okay? They bait and switch. They told you, yeah, we gonna do this and that. And they didn't come through. They did not come back and put the damn dough in the oven so it could get baked. He hath mixed himself among the people. What's that talking about? He mixed himself among the people, man. Hosea chapter 8. Hosea 8 verse 8. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles. See, you among the Gentiles. You scattered among the Gentiles. That's what it's talking about. You are mixed among the people. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. Right, because even though you're among these Gentiles, they abhor you. They don't like you. Okay? There's another precept for that too, man. Psalm 106. I think verse 35. Sorry, verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, you see? See, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. So what? That's why you got a grievous wound under you, man. Because you still want to put on the Captain America shirt. You want to wear Goku. You want to be an Avenger. Back to Hosea, man. 7 and 8. Ephraim hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Your promises ain't get fulfilled, Negro. Your cake didn't get turned. Strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Yea, gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth not. Right, because when Menahem was extorting the people for the money, they probably ain't know why he was taking the money from them. Strangers are devouring his strength, man. Taking their money and using it to pay tribute unto the king of Assyria. And the pride of Israel testifieth to his face, and they do not return to the Lord their God, nor seek him for all this. Ephraim also is like a silly dove without heart. You ain't got no heart, man. You just a disloyal ass nation. You don't want to serve the Most High. You want to be idolaters. You know what I'm saying? Worship these damn idols. You ain't got no heart, man. They call to Egypt, they go to Assyria. Verse 12, when they shall go, I will spread my net upon them. I will bring them down as the fowls of the heaven. I will chastise them as their congregation hath heard. Okay? Let me see here. So, I mean, come on, man. It's plain and simple. It's just a parable to describe the condition that the nation of Israel is in. And you can see the same situation going on to this day, man. Where we always trying to plead, trying to get the nations to, join unto us for our cause, for our, our oppressiveness, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? We looking for them to bail us out. We looking for them to give us a bailout. Right? You know what I'm saying? We go to everybody but the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So with that, I'm going to close out. I'm going to leave you with this video. I want you to watch this little minute clip. And this is exactly what it means when Ephraim is a cake not turned. All right, watch this.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you can...
Hold on. This video is called Put Them in the Ghetto. White People Tell the Truth. All right. Now watch this. And listen carefully. Okay?
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
I see. It's you liberals that have lifted them up. Talking about the Negro. Alright? What do you mean lift them up? Hold on. Let's just get a precept real quick. Lift them up. When you lift somebody up, what's that mean? Get a little quick precept. Let's get it in Genesis, man. Genesis 40:13. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head and restore thee unto thy place. So you're going to be lifted up, meaning you're going to be brought into a prominent position where you're going to be, you're going to have riches and fame. You're going to be prestigious. You're going to be well known. You're going to be looked at as somebody that's respected. You see what I'm saying? That's what it means to be lifted, to get your head lifted up. Okay, yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head and restore thee unto thy place, and thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand after the former manner when thou was his butler. So you know that if you know anything about this story, this is when Joseph was in prison with the baker and the butler. It's funny that we talking about baking because Joseph was in the damn prison with a baker and a butler. You see what I'm saying? And then Joseph interpreted their dream. He told what? This butler, his head was going to be lifted back up. Back into his predominant position. So that's what it means to get the head lifted. Now let's go back to the video. Start over. Now, just listen.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard. You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us.
See that? You got to lift up the smart one. Because if you don't, they're going to turn into a rebel, start a movement among their people, and lead a revolt. So that's why Ephraim is the cake not turned. Because you got one side, I guess, of the cake that's done, and the other that isn't. Well, the majority of you Israelites are oppressed. They only have a few that they elevate. And then y'all look up to these people, these black celebrities and athletes, like they done did something. When all they are just puppets, man. You know what I'm saying? They getting their strings pulled. They look like they talented. They all so talented. But what? They just getting that payoff, man. This is why a lot of them won't speak up against the so-called Jews. Okay? Because they're getting that payoff, man. They're getting that money, man. Let me start over.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard. You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
So you see, right? What they attempt to do to take the smart and intelligent brothers and sisters among our people and spoil them with the affairs and cares of this life, so that they no longer have the desire to revolt and raise up their own people against them. So this is what it is, man. That's Ephraim being a cake not turned, man. Ain't got nothing to do with light and dark skinned Spaniard Puerto Ricans, man. Ephraim, he has mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. So that's what it's about, man. That's what it's talking about. Okay, hope y'all was edified, man. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And all praises, glory, honor, thanksgiving to Yahweh, Bahashema Mashiach Yahushua. Shalom.